How to Become an Audio Engineer, brought to you by JobSearchChannel.com.
All right, guys, what's going on today? So today we're going to be going over the question of who is Santana's music producer. Now, I've been learning about music production for well over 10 years now, though I'm still learning every single day. I think music is one of those things that you need to realize once you finally get into it, once you finally step in the ring, it is ever changing and ever evolving. And this is on the technology side, on the business side, as well as the entire landscape in general. I mean, just look at the past 10 years, the past decade, and how much music and the music industry has changed even then. So it is always important to be asking new questions and seeking out new answers because you always want to be ahead of the curve in that sense. Now, I got into music because it's always been a major passion of mine since I can remember. Music production wasn't always a huge passion of mine because I really didn't know about it that much when I was starting out. I played as a guitarist and singer in a few different bands, touring across the US here and there, and eventually decided that I wanted to get in on the music production side because it seemed interesting to me. It seemed like a different creative outlet, and I wanted to try my hands at it. So I went to school, studied music there, studied music theory, music production techniques, mixing, engineering, etc. Got out on the other side and did a few internships here in LA where I learned a lot about the business and a lot about the production side simply through hands-on experience, which I think is very important for people who are looking to get in the music industry or looking to be music producers or music engineers or whatever. I think it's very important to get hands-on experience no matter what. Because that was essentially what helped me to land my job, which I currently have as a music producer, composer, and writer at a small production studio out here in LA where I've been working full-time for the past 2 years. So it has been quite a journey, but happy to be here. Now, you might want to know the answer to the question of who is Santana's music producer, because, let's face it, Santana is probably one of the most iconic names out there in the world of guitar, as well as one of the most iconic names in Latin music in general. I mean, he has had such a long-spanning career from, the 60s, his early days, up until the 90s and 2000s, working with some wonderful new age artists. He's really just, no one has ever been able to top Santana when it comes to his style and his guitar playing skills. And of course, behind every great artist, there is a great producer, and that's exactly why I want to talk to you guys about David Rubinson. Now, David Rubinson is an American recording engineer and music producer. He was really involved in music from the 1960s to about the 1980s. And the interesting thing about David Rubinson is that he has such a diverse lineup of acts that he's worked with. Now, obviously, he's worked with Santana, but he also has artists under his wings such as the Pointer Sisters, Herbie Hancock, Taj Mahal, Moby Grape, and so many more. And I think it's one thing that's really cool. The one thing that is really cool about him that you don't see in many music producers is just his diversity. And I think it's a great thing when you can be super diverse and work with all these different artists. He also founded the Automat Recording Studios and was the music producer for the film Apocalypse Now, for those of you who are big film buffs. I think if you're interested in looking up and reading about producers who are very diverse, David Rubinson should surely be at the top of your list. He is one of the best and just has one of the most diverse rosters of artists that I've ever seen, really. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions, please check the description and hit the link to get in touch with us. All right, take it easy.